do it. Lane splitting action here in California. One of the tips I recommend is always riding in a group. I mean, I don't know any of these motorcycle riders, but it's good always to ride in a group, just for added safety. So I look for these guys. We ride in, you know, one of the safety tactics I use is I look for these guys, get a rider in front of me or I'm leading someone in the back of me. I usually lead, but what I'm gonna do, since I got the GoPro on, I'm gonna just follow, because then you'll get to see more action, and I'll kind of try to explain how to avoid getting hit by these cars. This is a very risky, one of the most dangerous things to do riding is lane splitting, lane filtering, right? So what I'm doing right now is lane splitting, lane filtering. A lot of traffic. This is one of the advantages of riding a motorcycle. You get to pretty much get anywhere you want quickly. It doesn't matter what time of the day it is. Sometimes when the rider in front of me is going too fast, I let him go. It doesn't make sense to follow at such a high speed. But I think in this case I'm going to catch up to him, because the circumstances, the situation, the way this traffic is flowing is correct to closely follow him. And we ride as a team, because the guy behind me, he lost me. So here we go, I'm gonna catch up to him and we're gonna ride as a team. I'll show you. Unless he goes way too fast and he rides recklessly, then I typically let them go, but I know this guy's going at a pretty safe, he's going at a safe speed. So this is what you do, you ride as a team, so the cars in between us are more likely to see two bikes than one. So this is a good thing. You know, either I'm leading or the guy behind me is, in front of me is leading. I typically lead, but I got the camera on, so I wanted to kind of show you how to follow. Same concept, we ride as a team to increase the visibility. I mean, most of you guys may already know this, so I'm going to explain it anyway. It's good to revisit the basics of safety. Typically also when I ride on the VStrom, I got my LED lights on right now. So I got the LED lights on, which is one feature that, so these are additional lights that I put on the side. There's a video that I did on the LED lights. The guy's got a Ducati in front of me. As you can see, my VStrom is keeping up with the Ducati pretty easily. The challenge he has in front of me is the fact that he's on a sports bike, and if you can see, that sports bike is sitting pretty low, right? So his visibility is not as good as mine. My visibility is much better on this adventure bike than him, so I feel more confident. But what he has there is he's got more power. In case he has an emergency situation, he can use the horsepower to his advantage to get out of tricky situations. So but you can see the VStrom is keeping up very easily with he's probably got a Ducati. He's got a 1 liter there, 1000 cc's at a minimum. It's a big bike, but the 650 is keeping up pretty well. But we're riding as a team here, as we can get the drift, right? So we both ride as a team. So we just go at a good, reasonable speed, but we focus on safety. I think that guy's a pretty careful driver, a rider as well. He's doing a good job. But he kind of gets, I think he also appreciates me riding him, because I'm giving him cover here on the back with my LED lights. So I'm increasing the visibility for him. Kind of protecting indirectly and protecting him, because the cars see him. So these cars see both of us, and he sees my lights too. So he wants me to go ahead, so I'll do that. That's fine. He wanted me to. He had a Ducati there. So he's really lost pace there. So I think he's given up on going. So anyway, I'll show you kind of how it's done. So as you can see here, the VStrom just beat the Ducati in lane splitting. And did you see that? Like, he just couldn't keep up with the pace of the VStrom. He pulled over to the side and let me row through, and he's many car lengths behind me right now. You can see in the mirror. He just couldn't keep up. So that was the VStrom beating the Ducati. There you go. That's another win for the VStrom. Alright, so if I gotta stay focused here. As I said, this is one of the most dangerous things to do on a motorcycle.